Nice and easy. Well, hello, YouTube. I'm Tom Thome. Not my real name. Welcome to Home Every Day. Got a pretty short load Monday. Just running up to Abilene and back. It's about 220-mile round trip. Get a load of remill, which is some sort of leftover protein and grain that goes into animal feed. Nice easy load and a hopper bottom. I woke up this morning, and like I do every morning, and went out and fed my chickens. If you ever get chickens yourself, be prepared to never be satisfied with store-bought eggs or eggs that you get in a restaurant, because there's nothing like flavor of your own eggs or your own chickens, of free-range chickens that haven't been put in a cage all their lives. There's a complete different flavor. So just take that into consideration if you ever want to get chickens yourself. You will never ever again be satisfied with store-bought or restaurant grade eggs. When we first got these chickens, we had all hens, and it's kind of a learning process as we went. We have a nice chicken coop for them, and it's got different rungs for their roost. Got different bars on it, different levels, so they all can fit in there. Some of the dominant hens would always be on the top roost, and then the pecking order went down all the way down to the bottom. We started to notice that some of the feathers had some wounds on the heads of some of the chickens, and what it was where the more dominant hens were pecking the lower rung hens on the head and tearing out their feathers. And then when they go out and they feed them, we throw out their scratch and chase them away, and they'd be the last to eat. It was kind of a big, hen dominated, a couple of them dominated the whole flock. But then we got a rooster, and the rooster, we introduced him into the flock. At first, a couple of the bossy hens, they were kind of confronted him a little bit. But then he sorted everything out for him. There was no more squabbling, no hens chasing the other ones away from the feed. All the head pecking or the hen pecking, it all stopped. Just shows you what a good man can do. Sorry, ladies. But I know that if you take a group of roosters, and they're all roosters, they won't fight amongst themselves. They'll get along just fine. But the minute you throw a couple of hens in there, and they'll fight themselves to death. Yeah. Kind of strange in a way. But anyways, it's just some of the things I like to do at home. I do enjoy my chickens, watching them scratch around, and they do eat all the ticks out of your yard. I got 2.5 acres that they run around on, so they got a pretty free reign. They end up venturing over into the neighbors' yards a little bit. They don't mind it too much as long as I give them a dozen eggs once in a while. But they don't really stray too far away from the hen house. I have lost a few birds to hawks, dogs, and foxes. Think about a skunk is about the worst thing that can get into your chicken coop, because they'll kill every chicken in there and just eat their heads off for some reason. That's what I've been told. So you got to watch out for skunks. But for this week driving, hopefully it'll be an easy week. Tomorrow I go in and get that COVID vaccine don't really want to get it. Later on this summer, I'm flying over to see my sisters, and they're all freaked out about it, and they want me to get the shot. And that's the only reason why I'm doing it. Just for them, I guess. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. I've already been exposed to multiple people who have had it, and then I've either had it and had no symptoms, or never got it. I don't know. But I am a little bit worried about this shot and what it does to you. I suppose most folks are too. Not the only one. Well, yeah, I gotta fly. And I don't know if by this summer they're gonna have some sort of deal where maybe you don't have to wear a mask if you've been vaccinated, which would be real nice, because I find them masks to be quite stifling. Oh, here in Texas, we don't have a mask mandate. I know that. In some stores, they still got their signs up. They're requiring them to wear, but it's not enforced. I know most places, their employees are masked up, which I'm sure they don't want to do. Maybe some of them do. I don't know. Maybe it makes some customers feel better, but in Texas, I haven't noticed a lot of people wearing their masks inside. Here and there, I would say 90% of the people I see don't wear a mask in the store. And we haven't had a big surge in COVID, so I don't know, maybe the masks are the problem. Or maybe it's just finally running its course, which would be pretty good. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, it's just a nice spring day here in Texas. I got some shots going through Abilene and then going into the loading bay to get loaded. I'll bulk load with that remill. I got some shots for you. Driving through Abilene. I don't know if I'll put them in there or not. We shall see. Hardly seen any traffic today, which is a really good thing about hauling agricultural products. But you're out in the country, out in ranch land, at least around here anyways. And generally there's not a big wait to get loaded or unloaded, with the exception, depending on what product you got. A lot of what I do is on flatbeds with a forklift and unload my product, and it'll be at little service stations, gas stations, convenience stores, and drop off a pallet of deer corn or 2 pallets, go on to the next spot. Deliver to a lot of feed stores. One warehouse, and of course the warehouse always makes me wait. Ranches, haul product right out of the field, getting loaded by the combine, and during harvest. And I don't know, I like hauling ag compared to the other things I hauled in my lifetime. I don't miss the food warehouses for sure. I know y'all's pain going into them, and eventually finally getting out of them. The agonizing wait, showing up for your appointment on time, and then they still take 4 or 5 hours to get you in a dock, and then you sit another couple hours in the dock, and they don't want you to use your bathroom. Definitely don't miss that about over-the-road truck driving. Yeah, I was thinking the other day too, some of the things that I don't miss at all, and that would be going into the nationwide chain truck stops like Love's and TA and Pilot and Flying J and just how they're so crowded all the time. I like the services they provide. I always have, with the showers and whatnot. And I guess now a lot of them charge for parking. They didn't so much back when I was driving over the road. But when I fueled up in a Love's, I don't know, or tried to fuel up in a Love's, I don't know, about 4 or 5 months ago, just outside of San Antonio there on I-10. And I pulled in behind a guy with another guy pulled in front of him, pulled up so the next guy could get in. And the guy in the very front, and I don't know what he was doing, went in, got himself something to eat, took a shower, did his clothes. I don't know what, but I ended up backing out, going on down the road to a little mom and pop place. Yeah, that stuff is terrible. That's a bummer. You got to put up with that. Oh well, I like the little mom and pop places out of the way. With my fuel card, I can fuel anywhere, which is basically just a credit card. So I don't have to go into those chains. Yeah, there's just, I know the money isn't here for being home every day. But I don't work near as much as y'all do on the road. I don't work the weekends. To me, that is a benefit, a pay that is worth the money that I don't make. Being able to do things at home, watch my daughter grow up, feed my chickens every morning. That sort of thing. What if y'all are thinking about getting off of the road? You should give it a try. I know that if you quit one job over the road, you can hop right into another one right away because they're desperately short on truck drivers. Well, that's all I got for you now. I'm Tom Thumb. Please subscribe. It'd be awesome. Leave a thumbs up. I'll catch you all next time.